I mean, I have such a toxic relationship with TikTok. I delete it and I download it again, and I delete it and I download it again. It's like a man. Hi, I'm Laufey, and I'm going to be sculpting my self-portrait. I've been really curious to touch this. I have never used clay before, and I wanted to challenge myself with a new art form. I'm also already famously really bad at drawing, so I was gonna see if I was bad at something else. Or perhaps really, really good at something else. You never know. I'm very excited to perceive myself this deeply. I've been avoiding it thus far. I'm working on my eyes, but it kind of looks like Spider-Man right now, I'm not gonna lie. I see all these videos like, what kind of nose do you have? I don't know what nose I have. I feel like I never fit any of the categories. I've never considered changing anything really in my face, which first of all, I'm just very scared of. I think I'm a little scared of change, but I'm also really scared of needles and things like that. Everyone's allowed to do whatever they want to themselves, and I so celebrate doing whatever you want. I think for me, sometimes when I even do too much makeup, I look in the mirror and I get like dysmorphia. I'm like, who am I? Like, I don't recognize myself. So I think I'd be really freaked out. Also, if I changed something and my identical twin sister didn't, we'd have like a before and after, and it would kind of like, and everybody, it almost wouldn't be worth it unless we did it together. But I don't know, I'm so proud of, I'm such a unique mix of cultures, and I love how my mom looks and I love how my dad looks, and I look like my mom, and I'm really proud of that. So also, my fans so many of them are young women, and I would never want to send some sort of false message about loving myself and then changing myself at the same time. It would feel a little dishonest for me. Okay, this nose looks really scary. I look like a bird. Oh no. Oh no. I look like Squidward. Maybe I just go a little more round. I think there was an age where I started to realize we had tiny differences, like moles or like birthmarks. We have different ones. That became kind of the way that we told ourselves apart. Like I had one here, but then I had to get it removed. So that used to be the big tell of like, who's Laufey and who's Junia. Like I had a mole here, and then she had a mole on her lip or above her lip. She still does. Mine sadly was aggressively cut out. I still have like a tiny little scar there. I don't know if I'm gonna add it, but there were a lot of people who were like, how are we gonna tell you apart now? And I was like, I just went under, what are you talking about? Every single time someone like comes up to me on the street or something, like I would say 90% of the time, the first question is, are you Laufey or Junia? Or they'll be like, which twin are you? Yeah. Does water help it stick? Does it make it slip? This kind of looks like when I got my scar removed. This is what the instruments look like. It was at a record store in Washington, D.C. in 2020. These girls who were at a nearby conservatory, and they played cello, I think. And they were like, oh, we like your videos of you playing cello. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And it was such a funny time because it was COVID too, so you were not having any interaction with people. And so it was like one of the first days you were allowed to go out. And then it didn't happen for a very long time after that. But I always remember that. It felt so appropriate that it was girls studying classical music. It was like, this is my audience. I was an emotional kid. I thought so much about like who I was and who I was gonna be one day. And I had so many hopes and dreams, but I didn't feel confident enough in them happening that nowadays when I do things, all I think about is my younger self and how she would have been proud, or if I could go back and signal in some way that we're gonna be okay, or like a guy's gonna think you're pretty at some point, or you'll fall in love, or people will actually like your music, or you'll get to wear pretty dresses on stage one day. Everything I do is to kind of feed my younger self, and I think I'm so aware of my audience, and I want to show them that you can make your dreams come true, and you are going to be the most perfect when you are the most you. Like when I've leaned into what makes me me, I have always been the happiest, but also found the most success. You can never be wrong when you're being honest. If you go out to do something like becoming a musician or whatever, you're going to encounter a lot of hate and you have to be ready to take it on. And what's going to keep you going is if you truly believe that you're being honest and you agree with what you're doing. If someone's like, that's a shitty song, and I truly believe to my core that it is a wonderful song and I did my best, I'll be like, oh, that sucks because I really believe in it. For a really long time, I thought that being skinny was like the only way to look pretty. And I think that's just something I probably like picked up throughout society throwing it on me my whole life. And recently I have just been so enamored by women's bodies that are like, I don't know, there's so many different ways of being beautiful. And I think someone's soul being beautiful, someone's aura being beautiful that's like the peak of beauty to me. Strong women are so beautiful. It wasn't the outfit they were wearing or some sort of like feature they had. It was just like almost like this energy that they were carrying. And so I'm like, how do you carry that energy? And I think it's just about being confident in yourself and loving yourself. I think that just glows beyond you. Growing up, I thought I had a really round face, and I was like, I need to wear my hair down to optical illusion it into more of a jawline and whatever. Oh, that's a little scary. Oh, the eyebrows, if not placed at the same place, you will look like you're questioning something. Just heads up, if you're ever doing this, just make sure the eyebrows are even, or else you will look, what's that meme that's like, you'll look like that. I had a fairly recent perspective shift where I feel like a lot of my happiness was relying on other people. And I read this book on Stoicism, and a lot of it was talking about how if you get your happiness from things outside of yourself, you're kind of doomed to not be happy. Like you need to learn to find happiness from yourself because that's the only thing you can control. Everything outside of your body you have no control over. I read it like a week ago. This is top of mind. TBD if I implement it or not, but I've been thinking about it almost every single day since I read it. Anytime I have something that's making me anxious or stressed, I think about how I am assigning my happiness to that thing. And if I can find a way to assign it to something inside myself, just how I judge it, how I judge that situation, I can control my happiness or attempt to control it. Nobody has full control over their happiness, but we can sure as hell try. Oh my God, I'm still trying to find that balance. I mean, I have such a toxic relationship with TikTok. I delete it and I download it again and I delete it and I download it again. It's like a man. I think for me, it's just learning about finding a healthy balance. Everything is bad if you have too much of it. Like it's like everything is okay in moderation. I think I have wanted to take more of a step away recently because I think it's kind of getting to a point where it's too much. Going viral is an interesting thing, right? I feel very lucky that a lot of my viral moments have come from me just like truly messing around and being myself and music. So it's not necessarily about knowing exactly what's happening on the internet all the time. I think honestly that can sometimes be detrimental. When you're off the internet, you bring a unique take onto the internet, you know? Like you want to read everything about yourself. You want to see what people are saying about yourself. That's a very human need, or human want rather. And I think there's a healthy way of doing social media, but I think most people are doing it in a very unhealthy way right now. And I certainly got to an unhealthy place with it too. So it's about finding rest. I feel like what I kind of had to tell myself this year with social media was I'm going to post what I want to post, and I'm not going to just do it based off what's happening in the zeitgeist. Like I'm not going to go out of my way to do research on what's happening to try to click into it. Like if I can only offer up what is authentic to me and what I do best, which is, at the end of the day, music. Now I think I'm getting the hang of the clay. Ooh, she's kind of girly. She's getting a little pretty eyeliner. It might be a winged eyeliner, actually, which is crazy because I cannot do a winged eyeliner to save my life. No. I don't know how to do anything that doesn't feel like me. Like, I reject anything that feels inauthentic really fast, whether it's an outfit or a makeup look or sculpting. Yeah. If you think about the things that make Laufey core. I think it's a mindset, which is just a very romantic mindset, but the style elements of it, whether it's like ballet flats or skirts or Tarzan shirts and ribbons, like this is the way I've dressed my entire life. Like this isn't some sort of new style development for me. I've literally been dressing like this since I was a kid. Like I used to trudge through winter storms in like skirts and ballet flats to school and blouses, and literally would get made fun of for dressing like that because everybody was like really cool and wearing sweats and stuff. I've never been on par with where the trends are. Although recently, I guess people were like really into like ballet flats and loafers and stuff. And honestly, when I came in, I was like, oh my God, no, that means it's gonna go out. And then I'm gonna be unfashionable. I think it's great because you have like this person outside of yourself that understands you like they're within me. I think it's really, really good to work with Junia because she understands me better than anyone, but she's still outside of me. Junia, if anything, tries things first and then I adopt it. Like, I think Junia is so fashionable. And if I ever follow trends, it's just whatever Junia is wearing. I'm not very good at putting up a facade in any sort of way. Like all my emotions kind of show through immediately. I feel like my most authentic self on stage, honestly. I feel like that's when I can let go of any judgment or shackles. And for some reason, when I'm on stage, I just feel like the most me. I think I judge myself a lot and I can put that aside on stage for some reason. I should probably just be less hard on myself. I'm working on a little bit of blush, but it is more pronounced than I was expecting. But it's okay, we get the idea, I think. I probably would scoff at somebody saying this a couple years ago, but I used to think that becoming successful in some way would make you immune to a lot of things like heartbreak or grief or anxiety or, I don't know, like any of those feelings. And for me, it's kind of turned it up. You have to really know yourself and not question any corner of yourself, because if you do and the world finds out, you will crumble. So I try to do hair and I don't think I should. I don't think there's enough. It looked like a toupee of some sort. It's not happening. We don't need hair unless it's 5 different colors. Ombre. It's not happening. Oh, earrings is kind of fun. I almost feel like the earrings like emphasize that I'm bald. Whereas without the earrings, it's like, oh, she's just doing her face, you know? So perhaps not. Am I done? I don't know if I'm done. At one point, you just gotta let it fly. I don't like to work on it too much because you could work on it forever. I always respect what I did in the time that I was doing it. Like if I'm producing a song, writing a song, I'm like, that was the decision I made that day. That's a part of the art, unless it's bothering me to the point where I have to change it. But everything's pretty raw. Like everything, the vocals you hear on my songs, the string playing, everything is pretty much done like the first day I do it. And then I don't really go back and change much. It just needs something to make it look like me a little bit more. Should I put contacts in? I'm blind as a bat. It's astigmatism contacts. Maybe I should give her glasses. That'll make it feel like me. I was 3 years old when we found out that I had astigmatism, and so did my twin sister, so we both had these matching Harry Potter glasses. Wow. Yes, indeed. She looks so scared. Honestly, people tell me I look scared all the time, so maybe this makes sense. I'm not making this up. This feels more like me now. I didn't use the tools very much They were all a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, yes, very much. It's like, what do you know? Tell me everything you know. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? What I got right was the astigmatism, and I think my eyebrow and eye color, I think we were really close. I love a little bit of blush blindness. The nose is not my nose, but I think it's fine. The lips, I think that's the correct size. I like the color. I would wear it myself. And I think she should just smile more though. I kind of hated perceiving myself, I'm not gonna lie. But I loved the conversation. And I think I've sorted out a lot of my thoughts today. She looks nerdy as hell. She's probably listening to Mozart or something. But like glasses off, she's listening to Brat, I think. Like a little 360, you know? Yeah? Do you see it at the rave? Thank you so much, Vanity Fair. This was so fun. I have loved putting my face together with clay. And yeah, thank you.